So here we have a Hohner Trichord II. The trichord is a 3-row instrument semitone box in B, C, and C sharp, starting from the outer row. It's a two voice. This particular one has the has a Stradella bass, same pushing and pulling, and the thirds are currently taped off. I didn't really do much on the bass side. Most of the work was on the treble side. A customer wanted it tuned with a mild tremolo. He didn't know what he wanted numerically, but he had an instrument that he liked the way it was tuned. So I had him make a recording, and if you're watching this and are considering sending me an instrument, this is what I need. So I had him play a couple notes down low. And I need a nice long note like this. And same thing in the middle somewhere, and then up high. Make sure you pick notes that's how you want it to sound. Then from that, I'm able to create a recipe, a tuning chart. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to read it. A lot of data there, but so it tells me for each reed how it needs to be tuned. So that's what I've done here. I'll go through the notes. As you can hear, it's a very mild tremolo, especially on the high notes, which is harder to do tuning with. So about 2 hertz low and 3 hertz high. So what else did I do? I'll add some photos here. I did need to flatten, I think, all 3 of the treble reed blocks. They were had a little bit of a rock to them on a flat surface. So I've sanded them flat. I did find rust on a couple reeds. That's definitely extra work for me to remove that rust, make sure that, because any rusty reeds, you can tune them, and then, 3 weeks later, they're going to be out of tune again. Another thing I did, which is an improvement found on modern instruments, is I've got some pretty substantial crossbars tying together the tops of all 3 of the treble reed blocks, and there'll be a photo of that here. And what that does is to eliminate, or at least minimize, sort of unwanted resonances. Particularly helpful and important when you're trying to do a very light tremolo, as I've done here, because it's very easy for those 2 reeds very close together to get into synchronization or get this undesirable wah-wah effect. And you can look at I've got some YouTube videos where I demonstrate that wah-wah and how to eliminate it. Other than that, I found a couple reed plates that were loose and had to re-wax them. So. those tunes I've learned from my good friend John Whelan, fantastic box player. Lorraine's Waltz, and I think that's C.O. Nenalog. Anyway, here's the Trichord II in B, C, C sharp, heading back to its owner.